The perfect setting, the perfect atmosphere. It feels like a big game. It sounds like a big game. The focus now on the players as they seek to get their team off to the ideal start. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So a strong start, essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Well, Peter, I can tell you that both managers will have stressed the need for a very strong start here. Both have also indicated a front foot approach. If that is the case, then I don't think we're going to be complaining at the end. I certainly hope we'll be eulogising. There's an awful lot resting on this, and we'll probably end up reflecting on that.
Gets things running. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Great defending, strong and determined. He tries a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Aldero herring after the ball here. Sunset. Sunset! Back out it comes.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I'd say.
He could big chance! It's a loose ball. Yuri. But it's Dybala. Sunset. Well, they could break here. He's got away. Nico Williams. Up he goes! Milan will be looking to keep their concentration levels high as they look to Bucker. And the shot! He's managed to get it all wrong.
I thought he did so well to exploit the space that was afforded to him and deserved more.
Proves too strong. And here's Nico Williams.
Nico Williams really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Dybala has a goal! And he's there to get it away. rather wayward.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Moved on forwards. And that is as far as they're going to go. Right, Dybala. Yuri. Berenguer. Cuts out the supply. Dybala forwards and with intent. Ricci. That looks a good ball through. That's Dybala. And a chance! Goal! Milan! First blood drawn. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training. And it came off beautifully.
Lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Ricci with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Been cleared. It's good running with the ball. It's taken out, that'll be a foul. Dybala. Oh, good ball. Real chance! There it is. Clears it away. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Over the line. Haurigisa. That's really well manoeuvred. That's a physical challenge. indefensible.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Milan show a genuine chance to increase the lead. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Dybala! Decent hit from there.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Dybala. Sunset. Is onto it in a flash. Well timed, excellent interception. Now who's going to be first to this? It's a pretty loose pass. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan leading 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner.
Oh, Berenguer with the foul. Dybala. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, great! He's having a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, smashing header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Paredes. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And it's Gorosado. And there's green grass ahead of him. Danger averted for now.
Really don't seem to be so eager about their pressing just now.
Well, certainly compared to what we saw from them earlier in the game.
Well, I suspect it's a case of searching for more defensive balance now, Peter.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now it's Berenguer. He has found the way through. Defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a brilliant interception. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Turn through the gears. That's pretty clear, it is a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
opportunity then to pull clear here. Dybala with a real chance here. Dybala! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. just beyond his reach.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on tugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's well positioned. Dybala! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Laporte cuts out the pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Shot at goal! Aldero trying to keep this in. Pulisic. Dybala is being harried and hassled.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Great chance! Sets up, is there, and he can get that clear. Turns and goes back. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? Milan presented with a golden opportunity here to increase the lead. Looked like 3-0 for sure.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
And that has put paid to that. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, good spread. Salmakers. Now it's Pulisic. Now it's Pulisic. This shot, surely! Oh, it's come loose. And that has been cleared. Laporte gently done. Gomez does really well to win the ball there. Yuri picks it up now. Yuri. That's tidy. That'll be a throw-in. And time is up. Milan achieve exactly what they wanted on opening day. 3 precious points on a traditionally testing occasion, and things are looking pretty good. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Listen, ideally, any new campaign needs a start that puts 3 points on the board, and it's mission accomplished. Nothing too fancy was required, just a good solid team display for me.
Una bella vittoria dei nostri ragazzi, proprio quello che vi fanno vedere.
Well, this is quite a view. The atmosphere created by these manic fans, a stark contrast to the grey skies we see above. Regardless of impending rain, this should be terrific. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. How are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between full-backs and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the full-back to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Intercepted. Cremonese have made a 50-50 start, 3 points after 2 games. Anything that caught your eye?
Yeah, I mean, they've shown some good patches in games, but they need to
get a bit of consistency, to be reliable week on week.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. They're strong and competitive, they've made a decent start, and they can kick on from here, there's no doubt about that.
Ricci. Milan were simply a class apart in the corresponding fixture last season. They dismantled their opponents. Driving forward. Petzela. Keeper's got good distance on that. Some good work on the right flank here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Dybala. Over to the left.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And back to the keeper they go. Petzela. Aim forwards. Petzela. It's a throw in. Lovely. And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
And the defence was completely beaten then. Exploiting that space in behind has proven very effective for them in this game. It's good stuff.
He's found the way through. Mumbanya! Cremonese! Goal! Cremonese take the lead. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Cremonese have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Mumbanya. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Mumbanya! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mumbanya really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's been taken short. Now then, the ball's come loose. Big chance! And that has sent him sprawling. Petzela, gently done. Mumbanya has found the net here, of course. Great ball if he can get there. Mumbanya. Referee has just said play on. And the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Cremonese were on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
Yeah, but he brought the criticism upon himself by making substitutions that didn't really make sense. They added confusion when he really needed cohesion.
Dybala. And the counter is on. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Nice interception, well timed. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Dybala! Petzela. Milan still this single goal behind. Petzela. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, time's running out for the host to get something out of this. You can sense the frustration and impatience.
Moved on forwards. Ricci. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, to be honest, Peter, he has dictated much of the play. Better late than never in trying to stop him. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question...
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's come back to the keeper. Petzela does really well to win the ball there. It could be real chance! Played out to the right. And it's been played through. Petzela. Petzela. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. That is good strength. Time to deliver. Can he finish?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's managed to get free. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Ricci gets it away.
Cremonese surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Mumbanya. Mumbanya! And it's played forward. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it's a quick trip back to the drawing board, and looking at the manager's face, his plan clearly failed to materialise as he intended. You look back on the game then, Jim.
That's a fairly demoralising loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
I think we're just about out of time, so many thanks to Jim, and a very good afternoon. Welcome everyone to the game that has everyone talking. Both teams will be wanting to put on a show for their supporters here, and anticipation in the stands is building nicely. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this fellow, Milan, we all remember him, Peter, from his stint in his native France. That time he took an unfancied side to the title against all the odds. I think he had 21 clean sheets that year, which is over half the games, and proof that goalkeepers can make a real difference.
Yes, he might think too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. So we're up and running. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Cremonese has made a 50-50 start, 3 points after 2 games. Anything that caught your eye?
Yeah, I mean, they've shown some good patches in games, but they need to
Get a bit of consistency, to be reliable week on week.
Yeah, go along with that. They're strong and competitive. They've made a decent start, and they can kick on from here. There's no doubt about that.
Now this could be a big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Milan was simply a class apart in the corresponding fixture last season. They dismantled their opponents. Petzela. Milan's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
cuts out the pass. Dybala. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Force a breakthrough here. And it's Dybala. Turns and goes back. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. It's a threatening great chance! Cleared away. And here's Dybala. Salah. It's Salah. Salah. And it's played forward. Well, now here's a good back. Tries a shot!
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Played out to the right. You felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Could move up a gear here. That is lovely. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's got away. Good determined running there, but run back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
He's found a way through. And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
And it's been taken short. Showing good feet. Looking for a decent ball in. Reached half-time. Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. There's the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. That's really well manoeuvred. He is through here. Mumbanya! And that would have been some goal.
Mumbanya really made get an earful from his teammates for not looking up to see what was around him, but I think he was perfectly entitled to try it for himself.
Petzela. Cremonese seek a performance here which reflects rather better on the boss. He's taken a fair amount of criticism in the wake of the last game.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Dybala. Do have a chance to counter here. Mubanya powering forward here. Great run this is come. Mubanya!
Mumbanya, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That's a great ball here. Petzela, and still we await the first breakthrough. Dybala. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Dybala. He's in plenty of space here. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Keeper's got good distance on that. Salmakers. That's a fabulous ball. There's the shot! And he thumps it clear. Great ball if he can get there. And he's managed to get free. Takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cremonese making another change here. They've played it short. Mumpa, and a chance! It's in! And late in the day, a telling moment. Mubanya, he'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Cremonese have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Wins the duel this time.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he needed subduing, and it was never going to be soft and gentle, so this could get ugly against them here.
The final 5 minutes. Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. Cleared without complication. They are right into last chance territory. And that has been clubbed away. Aim forwards. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure. Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. And you can hear the analysis starting already, the intricate details. Good afternoon, one and all, and welcome to a game that has the potential to be a real cracker. Both teams will be keen to make a strong start here, especially given that conditions are set to deteriorate as the match goes on. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, a quick look at the opposition, and results really have not been good for them at all just recently. They haven't won at all in the last three.
Testing times lie ahead, Peter. The problem is that it's hard to draw on any positive at the moment, even though they'll claim that they're not quite getting the breaks just now. Lady Luck has seemingly turned her back on them and shunned their calls for help. If they have more to them than we've been seeing, then it has to emerge here. They understand the consequences if that does not happen.
So that's got things underway. 3 draws from 3, so only 3 points from a potential 9. It's not a great return. And it's Dybala. Ricci. Rafael Leao. And that was very necessary. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Out to the right. Dybala opts to play it back. And now the breakaway. Casale shifted upfield. Great defending, strong and determined. Great ball if he can get there. Right step. And Dybala! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, that's great running from the way he manoeuvred himself in such a good position to receive the pass and go through on the goalkeeper then.
Really well manoeuvred. Played through for the wide man, and he's picked it up out wide. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Now the delivery. Now, what about a counter-attack? Dybala. And here's Rafael Leao. Nice interception, well timed.
it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Moved on forwards, foot in. That's very neat. Delivers the ball. That has been knocked clear. A lot of space ahead of him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Rafael Leao, Rabiot.
That is some very intelligent play from the forwards here. Great movement.
And what's making it work?
Well, it's the way they're swapping positions and dragging defenders where they really don't wish to go.
Rabiot. Rafael Leao. Rabiot. Dybala. Does really well to win the ball there. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, lovely feeding, is such a good mover. No foul, says the referee. Juan Miranda. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Aim forwards. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Made into space out wide. Wins the duel this time. That's going to go a long way. Rafael Leao. Milan ran themselves into the proverbial corner. Half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Looking to break at pace. Milan suffered a frustrating loss last time, from which the boss is hoping for a reaction. And it's played forward. Dybala! Just lacked a decent finish.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Juan Miranda. He's in plenty of space here. He's cut it out. Ricci. Juan Miranda, and the keeper's got it again. Casale. Aim forwards. This interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Dybala. He's in a good shot, surely! Moved on forwards. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Could be danger here. Rabiot. Rafael Leao. Rabiot. And still, we await the first breakthrough.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, played right into his path. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Rafael Leao, a heavy challenge. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Cuts out the pass. And it's Dybala. That has found him in acres of space. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Keeper's got good distance on that and reclaimed it in a trice. Lobbed in behind. Big chance, corner. And there's going to be another change here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and depth.
And that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's found a way through. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's a mighty effort! In for the pieces! He's got it all! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal! Aldero, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
That's surely a foul. Free kick. Tries to get it clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one, and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Into the last 5 minutes. Great defending, strong and determined. He's in plenty of space here. Proves too strong.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Omega. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's played forward. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite
Bit of an
able.
appeal, but nothing doing. So that's it. It is all over. Well, the players and the coaches have plenty to think about here. A disappointing outing, and they collect